in piri piri.
Hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Insaka Talk Show. My name is Priska. Thank you for tuning in. If you have friends that would like to watch us, please share the link. But before we get into the show, we have an amazing show for you guys today. Our guest today is amazing. She's dominating the industry. But before we get into her, let me say hello to my co-host, Tanelli. You look amazing. How are you?
I'm fine, Priska. How are you?
I'm good. I love the black and the red lipstick. It's giving me fire.
Thank you. You look amazing as well.
Thank you. Winnie, we are coordinating. How are you?
Maryland, DV, Maryland, New York.
How are you, my love?
Great. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
I love your makeup and your shirts, the hair.
I know,
It's
right?
just giving us African woman.
Yeah, all the way.
All the way from Chicago, the president of Chicago, Irene White. How are you?
I am fabulous. I'm good. Happy Sunday to you all. I
Yeah.
see I'm coordinating with my girl, Miss Nelly. I love everything. I love your hair, the whole thing.
Thanks. You look fabulous as well,
Oh,
Irene.
thank you. I appreciate you.
It's amazing how we think alike, right?
Mhm.
And then
It's
look
like-
how we're sitting.
What's the
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Well, before we go any further, because our topic today is amazing, Nelly, would you like to take us through the trending topics in the world today?
Absolutely. Trending topics around the world. Guys, we have spoken about this before. We are living in troubled times, right?
Right.
Last week, Friday, we got news that the former Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Shinzo Abe, was assassinated with a homemade gun. Just to put this in context, guys, Japan has such strict gun laws that they only had one gun-related incident in 2021, like in the
Wow.
whole year, right? Compared to how many we had in the United States. And somebody went out of their way to make a gun in their home, to shoot the former prime minister. So sad.
Wow, that is very sad.
It's very
But I like the fact that it's the part where they only had one shooting.
Yeah.
I want to move there.
To the extent of making a gun.
Yeah.
How hurtful are you?
Mhm.
I know.
You know what? I think it's the internet. The internet is telling us a lot of stuff, and it's scary. This is what they say. Where are we going? What's going to happen to our future generation?
Sure.
Because if somebody can go on internet and make a gun, it's not okay.
Yeah, don't forget that America has always been a trendsetter, right?
Yeah.
You remember when we were younger, we used to watch like MTV, BET.
Mhm.
We wanted to emulate the way they dressed, the music,
Channel O.
And
right?
we still do.
They're always South African, but it's the same thing with violence and gun violence, right? Because it starts here and then it spreads around the world because of the internet. So people out there just think, you know what? There's gun violence in America. I can do it wherever I am too. So we need to set a better example to the world.
Yeah.
out there.
I know. Talking about guns. Sorry, go ahead. I have.
No, go ahead. No, I was just gonna add, agree with what Nelly said. Go ahead, Irene.
Yeah, true. Talking about gun violence, we had a shooting in Chicago. I think you guys heard on 4th of July.
Mhm.
And this is a day when families get out and just have a good time with their children because they've been working so hard and kids are excited about the fireworks and stuff. The shooting that happened in Chicago was very shocking because it happened in a very high profile neighborhood, and 7 people died. Unfortunately, they lost their lives. And a 2-year-old was double orphaned because of that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this baby was just walking around and people didn't know the parents. And then finally they identified the mom and dad that they were, the ones that were shot.
Oh
It's
my,
very sad.
On
And
Freedom Day.
can you
what
imagine?
happened to freedom?
And you know what? Don't you realize that? I mean, they caught the guy who did it, right?
Hmm.
And he was apprehended alive. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, because he was white. I'm
So
sorry. I'm just saying because
it
if
does,
it was
yeah.
Haitian, if he was anybody else, boom, you go out. But if they are white people, I'm just gonna say it. They go, get them out, they hold them nicely, they put them in the car. It's very sad to see what's happening, and I don't know how we're gonna change it.
You're right, Winnie. It's a sad trend.
Mhm.
We had in not too long ago, actually before the July 4th shooting, a black male was stopped for a traffic stop,
Mhm.
police, and he ended up with more than 50 bullets in
Yes.
his
Wow. For a
Mhm.
traffic
for a
stop?
traffic
Yes.
violation, right? So it's amazing how somebody can hatefully
Yes.
go out there and shoot people out of malice, and then somebody gets stopped for a traffic violation and ends up losing their life in
Because of that.
such a callous manner. Like they just don't care. So
And these are old people's children. It doesn't matter whether you're black, Hispanic, or whatever race you are. You are somebody's child. So the same life that they're taking from these young people that are just they left the house to go to the store, whatever they were doing, and they don't come back.
mhm.
So their parents are hurting just the same way as the ones that are spared. Why should one be
Before you go
spared?
that, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
The most thing that hurts me when this young white male shoots somebody and they say they're not guilty. Oh, because the pandemic. Oh, because they have mental issues. It's not okay. They give them the Passover. Oh, it's a pandemic. What happened? We all went to pandemic. We all went through it.
It's true. Switching
Mhm.
gears a little bit,
Yeah, let's do
we
it.
can go
Let's do
on
it.
and on all day about this. Priska, you want to talk to us about the trending topics in Zambia?
Oh yeah, congratulations to Lillian Mutambo. You guys, I think everybody knows who Lillian Mutambo is by now.
Yes.
Even rather, she was granted a sponsorship visa where she can hire Zambians. She advocates for a lot of people. She was actually on Z Blog Talk Radio yesterday with Pastor
Mhm.
Nathan.
Mhm.
Oh,
So
yes.
congratulations to her. She's doing amazing things.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Congratulations,
That is
Lily.
nice.
Yeah, good job.
Um, Another thing that's trending in Zambia, Zambia is hosting the African Union, you guys. It's July 17th. It's very exciting because, I hear they're cleaning up the city. Those tuntembas are all like going away because we have to portray a good image because there's so many African leaders that are coming into Zambia. They don't want to see people like selling little things on the street. It's very messy, but at the same time, I totally understand that that's their bread and butter. But I
Mhm.
think there should be a system that can work for those um, marketeers. At the same time, the city has to look clean.
They
Um,
run away from the markets
It's
because the carders get in there and start charging them. So if they depend on the goods that they sell to feed their kids and they have not sold anything but they're paying somebody, how are
mhm.
they supposed to?
That's why I said there should be a system. Maybe they should build a market like Kariako market. Who knows about Kariako market in Tanzania? It's the
I've
biggest
heard about it.
market.
Yeah,
The
I've heard
biggest,
about it through song actually.
yeah, it's a biggest market in Tanzania. So if you do something like that, and then you give everybody a space to sell their goods, if you're on the street, they ticket you, something like that. I don't know if that's going to work, but I'm just saying that could work.
And speaking of the African Union, what is it? The summit? What's
Yes,
happening?
it's a salmon. I think it's just, yeah, go ahead.
I feel like there hasn't been a lot of coverage over it. I don't know if you guys have heard about it before this week. I know I didn't. So I feel like for something that of that
That's big.
magnitude, there should have been a little bit more noise about it. That's just my opinion.
I totally agree with you. It could be the noise should have been the same noise like the one they made for our billionaire, Mr. James in Dambo.
You're a billionaire.
Billionaire, Zambian billionaire in Zambia. He came and he made some noise, good noises though. He was trying to empower women, and so there was a beauty pageant for
Mm,
women of the ages of 30 to 60,
mm,
and it didn't matter what background you came from, you just had to be in that window. And a young lady from CBU got $150,000 on the car.
Nice.
Can I
mm.
claim her as my sister?
I,
I know this, by the way, it's 150,000 US
US
dollars.
A
dollars.
lot of
Yes.
good money.
150,000.
Oh yeah, correction. In case I didn't say dollars. And her name is Faith Mukonko. So in case you want to know who she is, you can go. Her speech, her receiving speech was brilliant. She
Wonderful.
talked about women that she looks up to, and what they do to her in terms of what they've done to her in terms of her to reach that level. So
Mm,
everybody has somebody they look up to, and those are the women she mentioned. I think she mentioned
Nice.
Miss the lady from Dora Celia
mm.
is
How
one of.
old is she?
That's a good one. I don't think the media actually said how old she was. I know she's a student at CBU. Yeah,
Okay. Well, I think the pageant had two categories. They had the younger category, and
Yeah,
then they had
older.
the
yeah.
30 to whatever category. So congratulations to her. I can't remember who the other winner was in the older
My name is
category.
Doris.
Doris,
Friend. My name is
Doris.
Doris.
Yeah,
Oh, fantastic.
yeah.
Congratulations to you as well, Doris, on your win. So guys, with that, we are going to go ahead and go on our first break, and when we come back, we will introduce our guest. Stay tuned.
Do you run a nonprofit organization in the education, health, and human services sectors? Do you need grant funding for your organization? Or do you need help developing programs to help you raise money for your nonprofit organization? At Vibrant Funding, our mission is to connect our nonprofit partners in the education, health, and human services sectors to the financial resources required to achieve their mission. We support nonprofit organizations based in and operating in the United States and Africa. We offer the following services to new and established organizations: program development, donor engagement and retention, grants research and writing. Contact us at www.vibrant-funding.com or email us at info@vibrant-funding.com. Call us at 404-751-6802 to learn more about our services and how we can help you to have an impact on the world. Vibrant Funding, connecting donors and nonprofits.
Hello, and welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Insaka Talk Show. Thank you for tuning in, and please share the link. Tell your mother, your father, especially for those of you that are in Zambia, because our guest today is amazing. She's a female that's doing it in the male-dominated industry, actually Caucasian male-dominated industry. She's a producer, she's a set designer, and she's a location manager. Her name is Delphine Chisulo. Unfortunately, Delphine could not be with us today live, but we did a pre-recorded because of, excuse me, of the network in Zambia. So we have a video for Delphine. We sent questions in advance. She's going to answer the questions and then we'll discuss them. So let's hear what Delphine has to say.
Awesome.
Thank you, Priska.
You are welcome. Delphine.
Name someone you pretended to like but actually can't stand.
It's not okay. It's not far fetched. It was just days ago at church. Forgive me, guys. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but I'm just saying the truth. So, it's a person who came to me to tell me about stuff. Don't do this, do that, what, you're doing what, you're acting like this, you're acting like... And surprisingly enough, that person doesn't know that I know their secrets. I know their dirty life, to say. And then when I was looking at them, I was like, should I tell them to say I know what you do behind this church stuff? And then something told me to be diplomatic and not to cause chaos. Yeah, so I pretended until today when I just brushed it off, like it's not my life. I pretended to like them, but I was like, oh, I don't like you. Yep. But I won't say any name. I'm not mentioning names, guys. I don't want to be in problems.
If you had a choice of either walking around naked or having people read your thoughts, what would you choose?
Walking. No walking naked, guys. No. I'm a kind of a person who, even when we're amongst ladies, we are changing. I will not change in front of nobody. I'll go hide in the bathroom, I'll go hide, even as far as going in the wardrobe to change. So I can't walk naked. Reading my mind, my thoughts, yes. Because I can control my thoughts. When you're around, I know you're reading my thoughts, like, and everybody's reading my thoughts. I'll just be singing in my head gospel music. You'll be listening to gospel music. I can control my thoughts. So, reading my thoughts.
How would your friends describe you?
Most of the time they describe me as a hard-working person, where if you say let's do this and this, I find myself doing more. Even when everybody gets tired, I find myself doing it until we finish, because my mind is, I'm doing this to finish. Let me do this and finish. Let me do this and have a result. Let me do this and attend something from it. So I want to finish. When I plan today, I want to do this and finish, I'll do it. Even if I finish at a late hour. It's not frequent that I do my job and not finish it. It's better I finish it, because I believe tomorrow is another day and there are other opportunities, there are other works, there are other things that I'm supposed to do tomorrow. So procrastination is not my thing. I get irritated by procrastination.
Tell us a little bit about your upbringing.
So first of all, I'm a twin, identical twin. So when you see my twin sister, you think as though it's me. She talks like me, she walks like me, we've got the same height. Sometimes when I look in the mirror, I'm like, why do I look like Daisy? Or sometimes like, oh, today I really look like Daisy. Yeah. And then it has been very interesting. My upbringing has been very interesting because I didn't grow up with both parents. I grew up with my sister, my elder sister, and my dad. First I was staying with my elder sister, and then I moved to my dad. So I perceive my elder sister as my mom. And then my elder sister my dad is really quiet. He's a very calm and collected kind of a man. So even if he's at home, it's like he's not at home. Not in a bad way, in a good way. And I like that. And for my sister is really, she kept us jealously, she raised us jealously, and that's really good, because as a girl child, you're supposed to be protected in all angles, and she did that very well. Thank you very much. And she's a kind of a sister who, when you say, I want to go for a movie, she won't stop you to go there. She will take you for a movie. When you're done, she'll come and get you. At school, she'll drop you. Immediately you're done, she picks you because she doesn't want anybody to do it. She's a kind of a person where she was doing not, I can't say 100% everything, because nobody can do 100%. And she was doing 99% in my life. Where even when I accidentally come with the pencil, my friend's pencil from school, she'd be like, where did you get that? I don't know, mom box you for feeling. You're busy coming with other people's stuff. So even if you accidentally get somebody's pencil, don't make sure she doesn't see it. Make sure you hide it until you take it back. It has made me grow into a person who doesn't necessarily beg. For me to ask for something, then I've tried everything I know possible to attain what I want to get. Then I come to you to say, my guy, help me with this. My guy, borrow me this. Then if last, it's like I've done my best now. I can do it. Though a lot of people think it's pride, where Delphine can't ask for this, Delphine. But my dad also told me not to rely on people, so I don't like to ask because I don't want to be disappointed when you say no. So when I have a thought of I'm gonna do it myself, and if I don't manage to do it, then I'll know, okay, I tried my best. Even if I didn't manage to do it, I tried my best. Yeah, so yeah, I can see that.
You recently celebrated your anniversary. How long have you been married, and what did you do to celebrate?
So I've been married for 3 years. We got married 2019. We actually got married a month before we started, and I started working for Kazadi Films. Yeah, I officially started working for Kazadi Films. What did I do? What did we do? Oh, nothing. Just went home, sat, watched movies, ate popcorn. That's all. It was a working day, so I knocked off late. He actually knocked off earlier than me, so he was home earlier than me. But I knocked off really late because I was working. And I'm not a kind of a person who are very keen on celebrating stuff, because I believe life has to be celebrated every day. So yes, the anniversary will come. I thank God that we have attained such a number in a certain area, but it's not like, I should just celebrate. If I don't celebrate, it's not. No. Yeah.
What does motherhood and family mean to you?
So let me start with motherhood. Motherhood is a good thing. Motherhood is a great thing. Immediately you become a mother, there's something that comes on you that changes your perspective of life. Even when you are thinking of pleasing yourself every time, let me do this for me, and I want you're changing, your thinking changes. You start thinking of this little being that looks up to you as their God, this little being that trusts you with their lives, this little being that looks at you as their all. And the best thing you can do is just give them your all. And then if God entrusts you with a human being that He created, and entrusts you with that person to be in your life, for you to lead, for you to groom, for you to grow, then it's a marvelous thing. So motherhood is, I enjoy being a mother because my boy gives me so much joy and purpose.
All right, guys. So we're going to just pause a little bit here so we can just kind of talk about what Delphine had discussed, right? Let me. All right. Can you hear me?
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's a very beautiful woman.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Priska. Unfortunately, we can't see you there. Let me do this. Okay.
Yes, can I be seen? As bright as I am.
All right, now we can see you. So yeah, what do you guys think? With the first set of discussion that we had here with Delphine about motherhood, about childhood, her upbringing, what stood out?
I wanted to go in. Let me go first. So the first two questions were icebreaker questions that we usually ask our guests when they come in. So just in case you guys were wondering why we started those questions, we started with those questions. I liked, what was the first question? Have you ever been around somebody that you don't like and you pretend to like them?
Mm-hmm.
I have, and they know that I don't like them.
Leave it for Chris.
I don't speak. I don't say hello. I don't look your way. You will know I don't like you.
Forgiveness.
Oh,
77
the
times,
forgiveness is there. It's just that our energy is not meshing.
77. What is
Forgiveness
that?
is there.
I know.
Hey, some of us, Mandy, I
She's
don't
so
know.
blunt. She's like, Pa, they know I don't like them. Gee, Prisk.
And then Irene is on the opposite end of that scale
That's
because
what I'm about to say.
to everybody.
Yeah, I think it's very hard for me to actually express how I feel about somebody I don't like. I
Mm.
think for me, it's very important for me to portray how I feel about life, period. What you do and how you say things about me or whatever, that's none of my business. My business is to stay happy and smiling and jingly and everything that I do as Irene, I'll be like that. Whether you come and say, I don't think she likes me, but why is she acting like she likes me? That's none of my business. I like everybody.
I guess that would be annoying to somebody that hates you, right? When
I
they are
know.
around you and you're all happy and bubbly and just
It has happened to me so many times. Like somebody was talking about me yesterday, and I bump into them, and you can tell from their body language, like, oh, shoot, I see Irene today. And I was talking about, and they know I heard. Then I'm going like, oh, so how are the kids? I haven't seen them forever. How's your husband? Oh my God, you look good. And they're like trying to bubble some words out of their mouth because they don't know.
Bless your heart.
Ah.
Not only do you do that, Irene, when you're walking, you say hello to everyone. Hi, how are you? I like your dress. Hi, oh my
the
God.
mayor of Chicago.
Let's take a picture. Oh, I love your dress. Oh, Irene.
Do you know how many people I take pictures for? I'm one of those when they're taking pictures, it's just two friends. And I can tell they're struggling to tell somebody, hey, can you take a picture of us?
And you just go and help.
I just go there, excuse me, I know you want to take a picture together. Can I do it? Oh my God,
That's
this is the best. I do that all the time.
That's
Nelly,
me.
how do you deal with that? How do you deal with, have you ever been in that situation?
I think all of us have been in that situation. For me, I think I choose silence. Depending. So here's the thing. Depending on if I feel like the relationship is worth salvaging, I choose silence because I don't want to say something that will. I'm very. What can I say? I shoot bullets. Like when I talk, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
And,
Yes,
and
you
and so I try not to say anything until I know that I'm gonna say it in a nice way while getting my point across so I can keep the relationship. But if I
Mm.
just fire, it means I don't care. Like I don't care at that point whether we talk again or we don't. I'll just give
yeah.
it to you. Yeah.
Really?
What do you think I should? Me? I don't know. The thing is, right? Nobody will know that I don't like you. You're gonna know when I stop talking, because I talk over and over. I'm bubbly. I'm always happy. I'm Irene on the other side. But when I'm done talking to you, you will know. You will know. If I don't have to explain anything, you're gonna be there. I'll say hi, but I cannot just be the same because I pretended when I liked you, everything was fine. I can't even tell you what was wrong then because I love you. I'm gonna go with it. I'm okay with it. But when I'm done, I clean up and I pack. You don't hear from me, you're done. You're
That's
not
it.
coming around and that's it. She gone.
All
Bye,
right.
Felicia.
Let's see what our Facebook and YouTube family are saying that are following online. Who would like to help us with the comments?
Okay, so Salamata, as usual, she's on there. She loves us so much. We love you too, baby. She
Hi,
says, hi,
Salamata.
hi, hi ladies.
Hey, baby,
Namula, ati namula kata, but
That's my
namula kata, that's Nsama, your other sister, right?
She's like, nah,
Yeah,
Mubalaka.
namula
What does
kata.
that mean?
I'm trying to guess. She's saying namuama or something, right?
Yes, Mubalaka,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
shiny.
like
Oh, thank you.
shiny.
really.
Yes.
Nah,
Then
Mubek.
we have Zenith Malao said so sad. So I'm thinking he's referring to the gun
Mm,
stories that we're sharing.
yeah.
Zenith
Zenith
said,
is a she, by the way.
oh, is it she?
Yes.
Okay. Zenith says, just like the shooter in Buffalo, a live death for a traffic light.
Mm-hmm.
That's very sad that that happens. It shouldn't happen. And then Kennedy Mwewa says, hi, ladies, nice topic to be discussed following. He's
Mm-hmm.
following, yes. And and then hi Delphine. Delphine, you got somebody saying hello to you. That's
Yeah,
from Yendwa. And then we have a Facebook user. He said, hi ladies. Hi beautiful ladies. I shouldn't forget the beautiful. Hi beautiful ladies.
I think he's a man. Oh, thank
Yes,
you.
we are beautiful.
thank you.
Man or woman, we appreciate you.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, guys. So we are going to go back, into our questioning with Delphine and get to know a little bit more.
Oh, okay. I think I like the
After going
motherhood
to
and
college,
family one.
what was your first career choice?
So at first I did procurement, and then after procurement I started working for JICA as procurement officer. I liked it at first because there was money. Yeah, I liked it first because it was luxurious, there was money, there was that and stuff. But I think I hadn't found my passion yet because I'd sit on the computer and design cards. I'd sit on the computer and design this and this and that. But even if I design it's not going anywhere, I actually draw, like pencil shading and stuff. I'd sit and draw and shade, and if you are in an area where people do not understand you, be like, when I'm in a drawing, hey shine. Other people were telling me, you go crazy, you're going to go crazy. So after that, I started working for ZMVC in marketing. I was an agency. I didn't, at first, it was so hectic that I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Yeah. Not that it's because of ZMVC. The kind of job marketing is hard when you are just starting. So I didn't like it until after a year. I loved it so much because it was bringing me again. And then afterwards, I came to Hot FM. I was still in marketing because I had loved marketing, and I thought procurement it became boring. Yeah, it became boring. I liked it. Worked for 2 to 3 years. Yeah, after working for that long, David came to visit with an intention of producing a movie. So he was looking for writers, was looking for actors, was looking for a lot of people in the country. So where we were sitting as marketers, he passed by and asked my friend if she can act, and when he was looking for casts, black dollar cast, and then she refused. So I heard about movies, and then I was very interested because before I had been one of the writers for a drama series, radio drama series called Story of Gondo under BBC Media Action, which I enjoyed when we were doing it. I really enjoyed the scenario, the atmosphere, the thinking, the everything, the people around me. I enjoyed that. I was like, ooh, this is where I'm supposed to be found. And then later on, I had done a poetry show on Hot FM called Sand Ink, where poets would come and battle out for a scholarship at one of our universities in Zambia. So I liked that as well.
pretended Name someone you pretended to like but actually can't stand.
All right, guys. We will come back. I think we're having a little technical challenge, but we'll come back with our video of Delphine and continue with the questioning. Okay. After this break, we'll be right back.
My whole life, my father told me stories about moving to the United States. He would tell me that his brother, my Uncle George, was already living here and let my father stay with him for a while. Through my Uncle George, my father was introduced to our cultural organization here in America, who helped him make connections, apply for college, find his first job, and adjust to life in a completely different culture than he was used to. The Cultural Association helped him get started on his new life. My Uncle George would bring my father with him to the annual Summer Cultural Groups Festival, and later, he would bring me. It was incredible to see so many people of all ages laughing and celebrating with food and song and dance. It brought back the best feelings of home and gave my father the opportunity to pass his culture, language, and values on to me. My father and Uncle George were very close, so when George died last year, my father wanted to honor his wishes to be buried with a traditional ceremony back at his birthplace. My father told me that because Uncle George had cultural group life insurance, he was able to afford to bring George home and have the traditional burial George wanted. Though my father had been able to honor my Uncle George's wishes, it got me thinking about my own family. One day, I'd have to make the same arrangements for my own parents, and my wife's parents as well. Of course, we would want to bring them home and honor their wishes, but it would be a financial hardship for our family. There were a lot of things to think about, even though I really didn't want to think about them at all. When my father told me about cultural group life insurance, he told me it's intended to help families when they need it the most. It's not tied to an employer, so no matter where my career takes me, I'll always have coverage. The more people who participate and the younger they are, the more it helps keep the insurance premiums down for the entire association. Because my parents have cultural group term life insurance, there will be money available to help me provide the kind of service I want to give my parents. And by joining, I can put my mind at ease and continue to celebrate our traditions into the future. With cultural group life insurance, I can worry less and spend more of my time celebrating with the people who matter most to me.
Someone you pretended to like but actually can't stand.
It's not okay. It's not far-fetched. It was just days ago. Our church. Forgive me, guys.
All right, welcome back to the show. Our production was interrupted on Delphine's questions. We're trying to get back to that so we can start to where we had left off. But thanks for hanging around with us. Ladies, anything that you want to, throw in from the last two questions that were asked to Delphine regarding how she found herself in the movie industry?
Yeah. I think I like that part. Like she believed in herself and she found herself in what she wanted. Because like we all say, sometimes you have a job like if she had a gig at ZNBC, being in Zambia, that's a big thing. But like she said, it was hectic. She couldn't do it. It's a lot of work. But she was looking for herself. And when you look for yourself, you're always gonna find it. You just have to work hard in everything you do. And then when times comes, you align yourself. God will align yourself with what you want. She went somewhere and Gazadi wasn't even talking to her, was talking to a friend. And then she ended up working for him. That is like, you see your dots. Like at the end, we usually see all these things happens at the end. So I'm happy for her, and I pray for her. I know she's gonna fly.
You want to go? Go ahead, Irene.
I was thirsting for this. I wanted to talk about the last topic that I needed to chime in on, motherhood and family. As we are all mothers, so I felt like it's very important for us to chime in on that one as well. I liked her answers that, she's a mother of a son, I think, and then what she became after motherhood and what she thinks about family. I think we can all relate because I changed everything that I was doing that was me when I had my son.
Mm-hmm.
So now it became us, and I think this is very common to us women, because men, as long as they cater for everything at home, most of the time they don't even know if the child has two pairs of shoes or, or
Right.
five pairs of shoes. But us women, we know when the two pairs of shoes, one is not fitting the child.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what resonates to me when it comes to motherhood. I like that. As I
Yeah.
wanted to share, yeah.
She's being in the industry that she is, not only is she a producer, she's
Mm-hmm.
also the managing director for Kazadi Films, and it's a very busy production
Yeah.
company. She's a very involved mother.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, it's time consuming, it's very challenging. Sometimes you work 12 hours a day, but I give her those like kudos to her. She's
Yeah,
very involved in a child's life.
true.
As it should be. We all need
Yeah.
that, like in everything we do, no matter what. You're always like, oh my gosh, I gotta go home. After
Mm-hmm.
12 hours of working, you get home, even if you're tired, the moment you just put the door, the keys, mommy, you're like, oh, life is good again.
I know.
Yeah.
Motherhood is the most beautiful thing on earth, I'm telling you.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, we're going to go back and reshare Delphine's video. So please bear with us as we try to continue on with what we had. So give me one moment here. Okay, and here we go.
Asked my friend if she can act when he was looking for cast, black dollar cast. And then she refused. So I heard about movies and then I was very interested because before I had been one of the writers for a drama series, radio drama series called Story of Gondo under BBC Media Action, which I enjoyed when we were doing it. I really enjoyed the scenario, the atmosphere, the thinking, the everything, the people around me. I enjoyed that. I was like, ooh, this is what I'm supposed to be found. And then later on, I had done a- um, a poetry show on Hot FM called Sound Inc., where poets would come and battle out for um, a scholarship at one of our universities in Zambia. So I liked that as well. Like I felt like I'm finding myself. So when David came, I 100% told him, yes, I can write with confidence. Though I hadn't written any feature film, but I had confidence that I can do it. So that's when we started writing. There's a man called Mr. Chisulo, who's also one of the writers of Black Dollar. And then later on, the head writer, Sarah Bodner, was brought in. And then she claimed the story. She told us how to write. This is how you write. This is what you do, and stuff. It became very interesting that I could see Black Dollar movie on paper. So yeah, that's how I started.
You're the managing director for Kazadi Films. How did you find yourself at Kazadi Movies?
So as I have stated and as I alluded earlier on, after working under Black Dollar as a location manager and one of the screenwriters, as well as I was in the sponsorship department. I guess they saw that I'm worth being Kazadi's general manager. Because despite that, I think I portrayed leadership, I portrayed passion, I portrayed enthusiasm towards this industry. So when Mr. Chagola called me, they were in the office with David, and told me to say, can you do this and that? We want to do this and that. I was like, yes, I can do it. I didn't know I'm going to do it and how I'm going to do it. I just like, yes, I can do it. The most important thing when you're given an opportunity to do something is to be confident that you can do it and have a passion. You can do it no matter what, then you can go through. So that's how I became the general manager of Kazadi Films, or you can say the director, general director, managing director of Kazadi Films. Yeah.
You are the managing director for Kazadi Films. How did you find yourself at Kazadi Films, and how did you get into the movie industry?
So how I got into the movie industry, when David came from London, he was looking for people he could work with on his first project in Africa, Zambia. That's Black Dollar. So when he was looking for those people, I was one of the people he approached and asked if I can write. I said yes, with 100% assurance that I can write, because I had been one of the writers of The Story of Gondo. That's an audio drama series that was done under BBC Media Action. I'd also produced a poetry show called A Sound of Ink that was aired on Hard FM. So when he came and said that he asked that question, I was very vividly sure that I can do it, because I've done it before, but I hadn't done it under the film industry. And then how I became the general manager after working for Black Dollar. I guess they saw the passion that I had towards Black Dollar. I worked so hard on Black Dollar that people thought, guys, why? How do you do such a thing? Especially that we started working on Black Dollar a month after our wedding. A lot of people were thinking, should be on honeymoon and stuff. But I told my husband, and thank God that they understood. I told him, like, my man, a lifetime opportunity.
Money,
and God has rendered unto me this opportunity right now, and I have to do it. So work day and night, never sleeping. As usual, productions are like that. They are not easy going.
Yeah.
Expect such work on production, because that's how the work is. So later on, I was picked as a director. Later on, I ventured into film, and I found myself that I really love it. Yeah, I really love it.
On May 18th, you posted this message to David Kazadi. Can you tell us what inspired that message?
It's not May 18th. It's June 12th. Yeah, on his birthday. Yeah. So after celebrating his life. No. Yeah. Is it May 18th? Yes. Sorry, May 18th. I posted that on Facebook. It's after I had come back from the African Magic US Choice Awards in Nigeria. So I was just contemplating on how my life has changed since David said, let's do a movie, let's shoot a movie. That sentence has stuck on my mind, because that day, everything pertaining my career changed. Everything pertaining to what I dreamt about changed. And then it's like, he's a person who I asked to say, you see, I've done location management, I've done a bit of some writing and stuff. What do you think I should do? What have you seen in me? So it's like, you're a producer. You're supposed to start producing. Then they started grooming me. This is how you produce, this is what you do, this is how you do lighting, this is how you do this is how you shoot. It wasn't easy. I thought he's a mean boss who just wants certain things to be done in a certain way. But I didn't know that he wants the best to come out of me.
Yeah.
And today I call myself Delphine, the producer. I call myself, I can do design, set designing, I can do whatever. It's because of him that I can do all those things. But it's just good to appreciate. You know, sometimes you should look back from where you've come from and appreciate the people who've been with you in the lows and in the ups, the people who've pushed you. There are times when I used to break up, like, I can't do that. Tell you, you're gonna do it. Like, you are going to do it. No, David, I can't do it. Like, you cry. And I tell you, you are going to do it. And then when I do it, I'm like, oh, it is doable. So that's why I wrote that message. Yeah.
You are the set designer for the movie Black Dollar. Can you please tell us? You are the set designer for the movie Black Dollar. Can you please tell us what a set designer does and how does that differ from being a producer?
So I wasn't a set designer of Black Dollar. I was a location manager and screenwriter, and I was in sponsorship as well. I can't say I was doing sponsorship. I didn't sponsor nothing. I was in sponsorship. So let's start with screenwriting. Screenwriting, we all know it's screenwriting is turning a story from paper, from an imagination or a concept to paper, to dialogue, to action, to something that when people read, they can actually see what you're talking about in a detailed manner. Mm-hmm. And then location management. Location management is finding, you can say venue in the layman's term, a venue where you can shoot a certain scene that portrays the story and the character that you want to tell, the story that you want to tell. So let's say maybe Mateo from Black Dollar, what kind of a person is he? He's a person who comes from a ghetto place. So I need to find a place in a ghetto place. Where does he stay? He stays in such a place. How does he run his life? What career does he have and stuff? Then that can tell the kind of location, place, and props that he's supposed to have. On sponsorship is I was finding sponsors on Black Dollar, people that sponsors really stuff like locations. Yeah. So that's the difference.
Let's talk about the movie Black Dollar once more, which you recently were nominated for at the African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards in Nigeria. You were the co-screenwriter, location manager.
So we were nominated as the best feature film in Southern Africa. So when I went there, I was representing Kazadi Films. I was representing the cast and crew of Black Dollar. I was also representing our country, Zambia. David was supposed to go, but he didn't go due to circumstances beyond our control, beyond his control. So he sent me there to go and to represent Kazadi Films, being the general manager of the country of the company. I had to go there. So I worked as a location manager, and screenwriter, as well as the managing director. It just fits well that I should go and represent the company. So that's how I went that side.
If you had a chance to win any movie, fiction or otherwise, what would it be and what character would you play?
So yeah, I haven't thought of acting. Though people say no, she's acting. I'm not supposed to be really good on camera. I feel I'm not for the journey there. So I feel like even if I'm almost feeling, what am I going to say? How am I going to look at stuff? So, what would I? Okay, I'd like to be in a drama series or in a drama feature film, anything drama, because drama is most of the times real, it's real life, and real life is mostly experience. Or so it would be easy for me to act real life because of it. Maybe perceive that story, I've experienced that story and stuff. So it would be easy for me to act in a drama genre, and then fiction now. Unless if it's I want to be an avatar. Yeah.
Is there a skill you have not?
Oh wait, I haven't answered that one. What character? So character. I'd like to be that powerful woman who moves buttons among the nations and controls stuff, but people don't know that she's the one who does it.
I want to be like her.
Is there a skill you have not yet mastered, but is there a skill you haven't yet mastered that you'd like to obtain?
Yes. So I love animation or motion graphics because I think I have an eye for that, but I don't exactly how to go about it. I would like to do animation for babies, animation for kids, like cartoons. I'd like to do some motion graphics, like crazy motion graphics. My mind tells me certain things, but I can't put them into reality. So that's why I'd like to study that.
What parting words do you have for a young lady who's curious about exploring a career in the movie industry?
So the first thing is, if you've grown up a creative child, where a long time I used to, when I'm stressed or something, I would go outside and look at the car, look at the tree, I'll come inside and draw the tree exactly as it is. I would imagine stuff from a painting, I would see stuff from there, stuff, little people, hey, you're going to go mad, you're going to go mad. I was really good at art, like shaping, pencil shaping and drawing. I actually had distinction in that. So I just stopped because like the environment didn't allow me to do that. So I stopped doing that. But if you see that you're creative, that's what it starts. You have to be creative first. You have to be thinking outside the box. You have to be seeing stuff that other people don't see. Not in madness. You have to tell a story everywhere you go. You have to tell a story on a picture that you see. You have to tell a story on the readings that you read.
True.
Then that tells you that you're fit to be in the film industry.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the passion in the film industry, you can't do it. If you're just coming for the sake of having a job, you can't do it. You have to have a passion. Because you can't work from morning today and knock off morning tomorrow and you're getting leaves because it's work. You're going to be frustrated one day.
True.
But if you have also you have the passion, you have the dream, you love it, you want to do it, you want to attend, and ask yourself, what do you want to get out of what you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
What you want to get out of what you want to do is big enough, huge enough, reason enough you should be in that industry. You're welcome. Join. Then it's yours. Yeah.
We know you were working. We know you were working on a project, Bankers and Rovers, the Ghost Clubs Season 2 as well is coming back. What else can people expect from Kazadi Films?
So yes, as the question states, we finished shooting. We finished shooting still an airing Bankers and Robbers season 1. Divorce Club season 2 is coming back. We are planning to do Black Dog Part 2. We are planning to do a series called A Beautiful Mess. We are planning to do another series called Secret Life of a Slave. So those are the things that we've lined up to do in our coming years. But you know how creatives are. Like one day I find us shooting another feature film that's different from Black Dollar, shooting another series that's different from Secret Life of a Slave. Shooting another show that's different from Backers and Robbers, because our minds are constantly creating shows, creating movies and stuff. So yeah, let's see what comes.
The Zambian movie industry has grown tremendously over the last decade. What would you advise your young self to join the industry? Again, sorry, the Zambian movie industry has grown tremendously over the last decade. Would you advise your young self to join the industry?
Yes. The industry is growing, but I'll say this, but I don't want to be very big. The harvest is ready, but the laborers are few. So we need a lot of people to venture into the film industry. We need a lot of people to build this with us, because we're not only doing it for ourselves. We're not only doing it for Azali. I'm not only doing it for their film. We're doing it for the country. If you see it as doing it for our country, doing it for our generation, doing it for our next generation, then let's join hands and work together. Because there are a lot of opportunities in Zambia that in 10 years' time we're not going to have, because everything will be filled. So young girl, young man, if you want to join the film industry in Zambia, you're welcome.
Nice.
Name someone you pretended to like but actually can't stand.
All right.
It's not far-fetched. It was just days.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
Very nice.
that was really amazing. I actually even wish that her internet was like working so well. She would have come live. It would have been like, who awesome. But you know what? We take whatever we can get, right?
Yes.
And I think this was beautiful. She's a beautiful woman, talented, full of information. I hope all these young people in Zambia can follow through and join that industry. It's an open season. Go join. Yeah, it will expand your minds.
Absolutely. I loved, sorry, go ahead, Priska.
No, go ahead.
I loved when she said, you know, the harvest is full, but the laborers are few.
Yes.
If you are talented, if you feel like you have a gift to be in the movie industry, whether it's in directing, production, whatever it is, right? Acting, because most people, when we say movie industry, most people just think about acting. There's so much more that goes on behind the scenes to actually bring you a movie. So, you know, Delphine is there. She's on Facebook, Instagram. Reach out if you feel like you have the talent and you want to do something with your life in that department.
Yep.
I wanted to add on, we've been doing this for a while. I love the fact that Zambians, we're changing the narrative of we don't share, we don't do things. Every single person that has come on here is willing to mentor some kids or somebody. They're encouraging, if you want to join the movie industry, I'm here. That's what I love about her and everybody else. They're so selfless. They want to share and they want everybody to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, I cannot believe that we are actually on time. Can you believe it?
Actually, before we go, I forgot to mention this. The AZDMV Association is hosting a dinner party on August 6th in Washington, D.C. It's for actually all the people in the diaspora in the United States of America. The guest of honor is going to be the ambassador. We have our very own DJ Yeka Yeka. It will be the DJ. and Sadiq Gelogondore is going to be the master of ceremony. And our friend to the show, Alice, is also going to be a guest. So please, guys, join us. We'll share the flyer next week. We would love to see you. And if you've not had a chance to see Washington, D.C., this is your chance.
I have a few people in my community that reached out and they're coming with me. So that's good.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so proud of them.
Yeah.
I have a few things before we go. So yesterday, guys, we had a first inauguration beach outing. It was a cookout at the Orchard Beach. It was beautiful to see all the executive coming in and just welcoming new executive, and so many people came out to support. It was amazing, and I'm so proud to be part of New Jersey Manager and just my community. And it's not going to be easy, guys, but we're going to be here and we're going to work as a team and we're going to support our people like Priska's doing, Nelly's doing. We are all women here. We have something in our community that we're doing. We're just not like just here on talk show. This is just a sub, but we have a voice in our community that it's amazing. And I love that we all are part of our communities. So yesterday was amazing. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who showed up yesterday. I can't mention you guys, but I'm going to say all of you guys for supporting us. Thank you.
Speaking of voice, I know we've gone over our time, but something that we love to do, because on this show we like to empower, inspire, is to end with a story that's empowering, almost like a paid forward. And Irene, you have something to share that can empower and encourage somebody?
We identified a young boy actually in Zambia, who was born with a very rare disease, and people jumped on it and wanted to help. And part of it was I reached out to my community and said, let's not make it an association problem, let's make it a community problem. So each one of us can feel like they're giving from their heart, they're not giving as an association. We've managed to raise about almost $750 in 3 weeks. I applaud them. I mean, nobody put a gun to their head. They felt compelled to help this boy, sorry. So they've accepted him at a Catholic school.
Oh, wow.
And this Catholic school is going to cater for everything that is affiliated with a disabled child. You know, you have to consider toilets, they have to have a commode and all that. They're willing to do that. And then a group of people are coming together to pay for accommodation for the parents to live near the school. And some good stuff. A lot of people came in. So that's very inspiring for me. And the fact that I'm part of it makes me feel good.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
You give me goosebumps. I love that story.
I know.
Those things.
Great. So, ladies, anything else before we end the show today?
No, it was an amazing show.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
Thank you. Guys, thank you for tuning in. For those of you that missed, please make sure you watch the replay. We love you. We'll see you next week. And thank you so much.
Love you.